Hey y'all, what's up? Jamithatsme here. Welcome back to my channel, okay? If you're a new subscriber or a long-time subscriber, then hey, bitch. And if you're not a new subscriber or a long-time subscriber, then you already know what to do. Go ahead and hit that subscription button. Okay, so guys, I want to let you guys know I am starting a new segment here on my channel, and it is called What Didn't Happen Now. Okay, so when you see that, we're going to be talking about possibly politics, if that's what I want to talk about, or hot topics, or whatever I feel like coming to you guys to talk to you guys about. That's what it will be. So let's get into some things, okay? People have been running amok, honey. Yes, they have. Running amok in the palace from Georgia all the way up to DC. So let's get into it. You guys know on Tuesday, January 5th, we here in Georgia had a major election. It was highly important as it regards to Senate. It was very important as we get in our new president, which will be Biden. So it was a lot going on, honey. And we was really worried because, you know, the Republicans, they be running Georgia, honey. They have been running Georgia for many, many years. And considering the fact that we flipped the state back in November, we were hoping to do it again, and we did just that, okay? Let me tell y'all something. Georgia showed out. You hear me? Them black voters showed out. Stacey Abrams showed out on P, okay? We definitely did the motherfucking thing, okay? So congratulations to Georgia. Congratulations to the first black senator of Georgia, Reverend Raphael Warnock, okay? Shout out to him. He was running against Kelly Loeffler. Kelly Loeffler was appointed Senate. I'm not sure who was in the position before her, but I think the person could have stepped down or something, and then they appointed her the position. So she really wasn't in there long. She was in there since like, what, 2019 or something. So she was there, right? But y'all know Kelly had some issues coming up earlier in 2020 when everything happened with Corona, when the peak of Corona happened and they learned about it before they told us about it. Kelly somehow, allegedly, what they say, whatever, she got some information, some inside tea, okay, on the stock market. So she was able to move some funds around. But it makes sense because she's married to a person that's heavily involved, if not runs the stock market. So it's like, y'all should always be worried and concerned about her getting the in on what's going on over there, okay? But I believe they were trying to say that she found out some information on the Senate floor, and based on her finding the information out, she started wiggling around some funds. But then they deemed that what she did was not unlawful, so therefore she did not go to jail. Let me tell you, these folks be working hard with each other, honey. You hear what I say? Politics is definitely something else, honey. But Martha Stewart had to go ahead and go to jail, honey. Martha Stewart done went to jail for moving some funds around. She done went to jail longer than some of these people that were sent up here faking what, college documents and stuff so their kids can go to college. They over here serving, oh, we just gonna let her do 2 weeks. Okay, her over there, well, she just gonna do 3 months. Yeah, we just gonna let her do 3 weeks. She gonna, 3 months and then 2 weeks over here. Him, well, we gonna kind of waive some things on, like, that's how they move. We don't have time for that. Just know that it's a mess and it ain't fair. Okay, so how y'all got Martha locked up longer than some of these other folks that need to be locked up? But we hear you. Moving on, okay? Getting back onto Miss Kelly Loeffler's ass, okay? So she had the inside information, whatever. So she got the opportunity to run again. First of all, I want y'all to understand that the runoffs is full of shit. And if there's a way that we can abolish them or get them thrown out, we need to figure out how to do that. Because back in November, this is probably gonna be a long video, so I might as well go and get real comfortable, honey, kick off your shoes, relax your feet, party on down to my little beat, and that's just what it's gonna be, okay? So the runoff. So now in Georgia, in the election, when the presidential election rolled around, you had Reverend Warnock, who beat her by, it was like 2.2 or whatever votes, and then she had the 2.1, kind of how he beat her now. The fact that he already won should have been enough, okay? But because he was not over that 50% margin, they felt as though, oh, we have to have a runoff then, since we can't make a decision. Why do we need a 50% margin to make a decision when the people have spoken on who led? That makes no sense, okay? So the runoff thing came into play. It was kind of like created around like racism, suppression, and a lot of things, right? And it also was created for the people that are empowered to be able to always have a leg up and leverage on getting what it is they want and getting those power positions in the Senate. So it's like they already knew that a lot of people are going to show up for that presidential race, but not a lot of people are going to show up for that second race. Well, we fooled y'all, it's okay? Y'all thought we weren't going to get out here in these streets, and we did. that was my whole piece about the runoff, like me just not understanding the purpose of it anyway when he's already won. Why put a candidate through this stress again? Why have them spend all this money yet again to try and win? You know what I'm saying? But I know that we made it work, and we got, you know, Warnock in office. We got Ossoff, and I'll speak on him in a minute, in office. But just because we did that does not mean that we should overlook this whole runoff policy. That thing needs to go the fuck away. Okay, it needs to go away. I don't know who has the right to abolish that or get that figured out. Okay, so we have to figure that part out over there in Georgia. We just got to get it together. So let me say this, now that I've talked about the runoff and my whole disdain for that entire policy or whatever it is, right? Kelly Loeffler, this lady was not willing to concede, even though she had already got beat this time, right? Again. She was not willing to concede, but guess when she decided to concede? She decided to concede the day after that insurrection took place at the White House. I'm sorry, not at the White House, but at the Capitol. But we're going to get into that. But I just find that real interesting. She was not open to conceding at all. But now you want to go ahead and concede, girl. We see you for who you is, girl, okay? So let's move on. Congratulations to Jon Ossoff. He is the first Jewish senator here in the state of Georgia. He is the first. He was running against David Perdue, and he beat him, period. He beat him. It is what it is. What I have yet to see is David Perdue concede. I have not seen him concede, but I have heard things about him as well as it pertains to the stock market and keeping his friends rich, okay? Rich stay richer and poor stay poorer. That obviously is his motto or whatever. So that's where we are, okay? We have Jon Ossoff as one of our senators, and we also have Reverend Warnock as another senator. And we flipped the state and turned that mug blue for the presidency as well as the Senate. Now let's move on to these hooligans that stormed the nation's capital. Not only did they storm the nation's capital, honey, they took over the nation's capital. It's exactly what they did. And only 5 people died. It was a whole lot of people out there, but only 5 of them died. It was a whole lot of them running a whole mug throughout the Capitol, and only 5 people died. Mind you, it was 1 person that died and 4 individuals that were actually injured that went to the hospital. They had like some injury. This is what was being reported by CNN, okay? Only 4 of them. And unfortunately, all of them died, from my understanding. So let's go back to the election. So you know, we had the election, Trump versus Biden. Biden won. Got all the electoral votes he needed, whatever, we good, we moving on. Well, Trump refused to concede. He's not open to concede. He knows that they have to go back and look at all of the electoral votes, certify them so that Biden can move forward into his position. Well, Trump thought that it would be an amazing idea, an awesome idea. Everything's great, it's great, everything's lovely, it's good here, everything's great, we're doing great, it's marvelous. So on that day, which was like what, January 6th, the day after we voted here in Georgia. So, you know, we voted, whatever. We still were waiting on votes in on the 6th. Still waiting to find out what's tea on Wednesday. And Trump decided he was going to hold a rally. So it was like a big time for America, because we're trying to figure out what's going to happen with the Senate. Is it going to turn blue? Okay, as well as the president. And then we're also trying to figure out what's going to happen, because Trump is in the White House, because Trump is refusing to concede. He wants the Congress to object some of the electoral votes that are out there. And this fool went and decided he was going to have a rally. Now, he had already been tipping off his people, telling them stand back and stand by. Okay, hold off, hold off. He had this whole press conference or whatever he was doing, this rally, you know, talking to the people, and then also encouraging them. Okay, he said, we want to talk to not the strong Republicans, because they don't need us, but we want to talk to the weak Republicans. Those are the ones we need to go and talk to, and we need to let our voices be heard. So I want y'all to walk right on down there on Pennsylvania Avenue and go and let y'all voices be heard. Go on down there now and let them know what's tea. Go ahead. Okay, so he knows how to incite and rile up his followers. Okay, his terrorists. So I just find it funny, and I'm skipping around because I took a lot of notes for me to go over, but I just find it funny for anybody to say that, and I'm probably going to revisit this again, that, oh, well, Trump doesn't technically have any issues when he has rallies like this. So that's one of the reasons why we weren't prepared for everything that happened. His people never really get out of order. Fool, we have seen over the years, even when he was running in the beginning, different things that have happened when he's had rallies, especially more closely since he's been running for president for the second term. We've seen a lot of different incidences happen at his rallies. So for y'all to sit up there and try and say that SHI, you sound like fools. Y'all were highly aware of everything that was going to go on. And let's take that out of the picture. Let's not even say he had all those people show up for him. He didn't know how many people were showing up. At the end of the day, as the president, if he's the president and this is the nation's capital, you would think that y'all still would have security on deck on P, and y'all still were not prepared. So y'all was wrong all across the board. Whether it was a hell of a lot of terrorists, supporters, whatever you want to call them, or not. Y'all was still like, girl. Now, but had you had 10 of me and my homegirls or homeboys walking there, we would have had all kinds of military out there on us. And again, I have to go back to that same thing. Like, don't tell me nothing about how y'all did not know about this when these people had to have purchased hotels in advance. At some point, these people had to have go and get hotels. These people had to have go and get airplane, get flights and stuff. So y'all were aware that something was gonna go down. Y'all shouldn't have. I know y'all didn't think that Trump was just gonna have a rally and wasn't nobody gonna show up, or it's just y'all just thought it was gonna be locals. Oh, okay, then yeah, nah, y'all was wrong. Okay, but y'all knew exactly what was gonna happen because you see them people as you see yourself. So when you see them people as you see yourself, you think that they not gonna do anything. Y'all all on the same accord, huh? But you didn't know they was gonna come there and still see y'all as the enemy. Stupid. So again, don't tell me nothing about how y'all did not think they were gonna be violent and all this and that, because for me, I feel like this. A lot of my people that's been gunned down and that's been murdered were never violent and never had a criminal history at all. Yet you guys still felt the need to gun them down in the fashion. And I'm definitely gonna say y'all, because y'all sitting up there in the White House and stuff, and y'all ain't making no changes to laws. Y'all ain't doing okay? Y'all ain't doing shit out here in these streets. For real. And you have people out here dying for way less. So, yeah, y'all could have been very prepared. And I feel like that was a choice. Especially when I saw on the news that they had to get approval just to even have the National Guard show up. I'm like, why do we need an approval on an emergency threat against our government? Like, that makes no sense to me. Y'all can get down in the comments and chime down below. Let me tell y'all something. I am just freely speaking my mind. I am not no politician. I'm not heavily into politics. I don't know. I'm learning just like y'all. But if y'all got some information that's going to help me, drop it down in the comments, because I'm always open to learn when it comes to this. I mean, it just don't make no sense, honey. I mean, they was running a whole muck. And I'll be honest, I was sitting back and I was cackling my ass off. It was one of the best days ever, to be honest, for me, okay? We done won, okay? We done shot the BB gun, honey. We got both of the Democrats in, honey. What else is you talking about, okay? And the icing on the cake for me was the fact that you got these fools running amok, and for once, y'all can't say nothing about us. Y'all can't say nothing about my people. You can't tell me shit about my people. You can't tell me a mother thing. You couldn't before, but you really can't now, okay? I don't know what kind of, I tell you this, it wasn't no revolution, but the insurrection will be televised. Hello? And yes, indeed it was, honey. And everybody is getting a clear eye view into who y'all are and how y'all try to sit up here and portray us to be, which I find so comical, honey. It's so comical. My people out here dying for causes, okay? They out here dying just to live, just to exist, just to be. And y'all out here running amok. Y'all out here running amok, inciting violence, doing all of this because you can't get your way, okay? Because your privilege is being threatened. Yikes. Because you can't be as comfortable as you thought that you was gonna be. Because your favorite person who really don't even care about you, and he's really a selfish person, he's a whole narcissist, hello? He has a huge ego about himself and cares anything about you. Okay, you out here trying to do this to get him back in position. I just need y'all to run a list for me below on all of the things that he has gained and helped y'all on during his entire term. Like, I need y'all to let me know, because all that energy y'all gave out there didn't make no sense for a person that don't give a fuck about you. Hasn't done anything but continue to divide the country, okay? If they not dividing us by black and white, they definitely dividing us just by the party. the political party. Like, it's just so much. It's crazy. And then divide you by on some poor and wealthy type thing. Okay, it's like, girl, that's all America know how to do is divide, and then they try to conquer, honey. But like I said, the insurrection will be televised, and it was definitely televised, honey, and we all saw it, and we all saw who everybody was. But like I said before, y'all can tell me, y'all can give me all the excuses y'all want to give me, honey, and it's still not gonna make no sense. Y'all was supposed to protect that government, and y'all wasn't even able to do that. No, people was able to push through, bust out windows. Girl, I don't even know what the little thing they were standing on for construction. Knocked all that out. Got in on with the East Wing. Went in there, started stealing podiums and stuff. Sitting down in people's offices, ramshacking everything. Throwing papers all over the place. Taking pictures, talking about this our office or whatever. Girl, going down there into the little Senate area where they be at. They sat up there behind the podium where Vice President's supposed to sit. Taking pictures or whatever. Like, we here we is, boy. Like, it's too much. What was y'all doing? Y'all can't never tell me nothing about my people in y'all motherfucking life. Hear me, and hear me very loudly and clearly. You can't tell me shit. Because my people be out here peacefully protesting and they get attacked. Okay, they barely can hit the street before they got all branches of the military out there. Okay, on top of the sheriff, the police, and anybody else that can get, the security guard over there at the mall, anybody with a taser and a gun. Y'all be having them right out there ready to get on us. No, ma'am, y'all can't tell me a motherfucking thing, because one thing you'll never be able to tell me in a conversation, we didn't attack the Capitol. That wasn't us. That wasn't us. We didn't pose a threat on the government, baby. That was not us, honey. That was not us, honey. You can't tell me a mother thing about that, boo. That's what you can't do. So get your people in check, honey, because you can't talk about mine. You can't tell me a motherfucking thing. We are finally seeing what's televised that we've been seeing all along, but y'all ain't want to talk about it. Y'all ain't want to say nothing about it. And now we got a front row seat. You got people climbing the walls and shit. I'm like, Tommy Lauren, girl, is these the people you fight for? These your people? Is this your people? Because you was just talking about my people not too long ago when they were protesting, but here your people are doing a whole insurrection, honey. What is this? What is this, honey? Climbing the walls, honey? Yikes. Okay, so it was a lot going on. I mean, they got back to the Senate floor, you know, the senators, when they were trying to, you know, certify all of the electoral votes and things, or object the electoral votes, they had to go into intermission due to this insurrection that took place by domestic terrorists, okay? They had to take a break. They come back. You have some people still trying to object some of the electoral votes. You even had somebody from Georgia trying to stand up there. And then when they asked, do you have any votes? He was like, nah, you know, I had some before, but everybody withdrew their votes and nobody was willing to sign after the situation, you know, that occurred earlier. I bet there wasn't. But then you still have a few individuals that were still willing, even after the fiasco took place, to stand up there and still want to object to the electoral votes in the hopes of having Trump in office for another 4 years. These are the people y'all need to go back and look at. You need to find out whether or not this was a senator of your state that was up there supporting this, so you know who and who not to vote for next time. You need to go find that tea out, honey. Because that's what I was like, oh, wow. And you had a lot of people that resigned, okay? You had a lot of people resign. You like Betsy DeVos, is that her name, DeVos? You had 2 individuals of the U.S. Capitol. They were like police officials. One of them was the chief, honey. I was like, oh, no, you didn't, honey. Nah, stand in y'all shit. Didn't y'all just lose a member? Didn't you just lose a member of your police force? Why not stand in that? You just lost a member of your police force. You should stand in there and condemn the actions of what just happened, which caused y'all to lose somebody. Okay? Don't you think? Oh, you're not gonna do that? You rather run, okay? I saw everybody that resigned. It was about 15 of them. Even Mitch McConnell's wife, who was like the transportation secretary, she even was like, oh, honey, let me get out of here, huh? Okay, girl, because that fire right there is too high. I saw all of y'all running. So y'all was afraid we was gonna put y'all ass on that rotisserie grill and burn the shit out y'all and eat y'all ass up. That's what that was. They was like, oh, girl, we gotta get out of Dodge. It's too hot in this kitchen, girl. I ain't trying to get cooked, is you? They was gone. Yeah. But y'all was with the bullshit though. Y'all was with it. Y'all was with it 4 years ago. And probably prior to that, y'all been rocking this whole time, and then now when that fire come up under your mother, y'all want to try and jump ship. Don't jump now. Don't jump. Don't jump. There ain't no point in jumping. Y'all should stand in y'all. But it's been a whole mess out here in these streets, honey. And then I did understand that one of the ladies ended up passing. I believe she was shot in the neck. I did see a video of one of the guys that was standing right there next to her. She was like, I guess, bashing the door, trying to get through, because how the door was made, it had like a glass or something like that. This is alleged, child, okay? But this is what I heard on social media from one of the guys that was, you know, at the thing. And then we saw photos as well. It was like a door that had like a glass that they busted out. You had the police on the other side of the door, and she was trying to climb through one of those doors. That couldn't happen. And they showed the actual clip when the shot went off on CNN. So, you know, she's trying to rush the door, trying to get in, whatever. It wasn't just her, it was quite a few people, but unfortunately she was one of the people that got hit with the bullet. And the guy said to her, are you okay? And she was like, I'm fine, you know, brushing it off. I don't think she realized how hard that hit. And next thing you know, they just started seeing, you know, blood come out of her nose, her mouth, and it was just going everywhere, you know. And it was sad, but I don't feel bad. Y'all not gonna, y'all probably not gonna like this. Y'all do what y'all need to do. I'm too busy feeling bad for Breonna Taylor that still ain't got no justice. I'm too busy feeling bad for her because she was in her house, sleep, not bothering a goddamn person. And they busting this girl house, okay? Shooting up her and shooting her multiple times, okay? I'm too busy feeling bad for Trayvon Martin, who still has a killer walking around these streets like life is grand. No justice. I'm confused. I'm still feeling bad about Ahmaud Arbery, who we just saw his killer sit up there and say in court, oh, we don't want him to be considered a victim or whatever. Don't call him a victim. Excuse me, Ms. What? I'm too busy still feeling bad for Sandra Bland. The audacity. I'm too busy still feeling bad for George Floyd. Excuse me, you think I'm finna feel bad about some like that? That ain't got shit to do with me. Because I was not down there running amok, doing all that other stuff because we got to get another president. Now, see, had Obama was coming out of office and that was us up there throwing a riot because we didn't want Trump in there, girl, that would have been weighing us out. It would have been all kind of people laid out, dead. They would have had everybody on, all the military, everybody. We would have got, since we over there funding these countries overseas that we'll probably never see, okay? They probably would have had all their militia people over here too ready for us. Try, I can't take it. Y'all is funny. Y'all is funny, honey. Y'all is funny. But honey, I just had to come on here and just vent a little bit, give you my piece, you know, tell y'all what I'm thinking about this whole fiasco or this whole mess that's going on with, you know, the muck that's taking place. Hello, that's what one of the senators said. I said, what he know about a muck on CNN? He said, you have these people going in the Capitol running a muck. I said, what you know about a muck, Senator? And he was white. I was like, oh, what you know about a muck, honey? Okay, but you know, it's sad. It's unfortunate, I will say that you going up there trying to run a muck and turn around and get murked. That's sad. That's very sad. You know, I'm like, listen, she went out there and said she was doing Jesus work. So Father said, work is done. Come on home. So I don't have nothing to do with that. Y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments below. I'm Jamie, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, and I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.